Hello, I just wanted to do a kind of vlogage type video about mainly high school because I start school tomorrow and I was like reminiscing earlier. And I dyed my hair today. I was like, when I start school tomorrow, my hair's boring. Let's color it. So this purple looks super awesome in the bleach part, and then it's in my bangs. It's kind of harder to see, like it's kind of mixed in there, but in the light it like shines super bright purple. It's fantastic. And then I put a little pink on this side. It's hard to see. There's just a couple little strips of it, but this part just makes me so happy. My bangs are super in my face, but just whatever. I'm gonna straighten my hair later today or tonight or this morning. I don't know. But pretty much, I was just listening to for some reason, like I was watching a YouTube video of a girl like vlogging, and because I was looking up videos about people with snake bites, how they take care of them. I mean, I know how to take care of. I was just looking up stuff about people, talking about that piercings and stuff, and it was "Gives You Hell" or whatever by All American Rejects was on in the background of the video, and I was like, oh, I remember that song. Swing Swing was like, I remember that song in like what, forever ago, like, and so I looked it up and listened to it, and then I was like, oh, what about, like, I looked up a couple Simple Plan and, like, Good Charlotte, and I was like, dude, I miss when music was awesome. Like, back in the day. Well, music can still be awesome, but, like, what was popular in my group of friends was, like, The Used, My Chemical Romance, AFI, Fall Out Boy, Good Charlotte, the list goes on, and I just miss those bands. Like, obviously my Chem's still together and The Used, all of them, but it's just, like, they aren't as out and it seems to be as popular. I don't know if that's just me, but, well, a lot of times people get mad because they change their style up a little bit or whatever, and I think it's dumb, but not that they change, but that people think they don't like their change. But I remember Panic at the Disco's like first album, which is always going to be my favorite, though I do like their most recent album. A lot of people don't. I don't know, it's up to people, like, up to you, but their second album was I didn't really care for that much, but I love I don't know, I just love his vocals. I love his vocals so much. He just has such a nice range that it's easy to sing along with him, for me at least. I'm an alto, so but I was just thinking, like, it just, things seem so different. Like, I was thinking about how different, like, life is now that I'm out of high school. I've been out of high school for 1 year. I graduated in 2010. Now I did try college and I had some medical issues and I had to stop, but now I'm going back tomorrow. Technically today because it's 1 something in the morning. But pretty much, I was just listening to some old songs. I'm like, God, I remember listening to Good Charlotte when I was in like middle school with my friend Frankie and stuff, but I just was just like, I kind of, in a ways, I miss high school because I was really heavy into art, and Mr. DeJoya is like the greatest art teacher freaking ever. I love him so much. Like, I would not know, like, anything. He taught, like, it just, I don't know, I learned a lot from him, and he's really great. And Mr. May, the choir teacher, is just one of the greatest human beings on the face of the planet. Like, he's, again, just another inspirational person in my life. Like, I love him and DeJoya. They're like my heroes, like my real life heroes. Like, ugh. I think someone's up. Where's Neve? Neve? Ah. Sorry. But I do miss choir. I'm gonna take it hopefully next semester. I'm thinking about taking it, so we'll see how it goes, but I miss choir a lot. It was just fun. I haven't sung for such a long time, and I miss it. I mean, in choir is how I, like, met my friend Ashley, mostly, and hi Ashley. I'm assuming you watch my videos, but, it's how I kind of became good friends with her and stuff, and art is kind of like how I befriended, well, actually, I befriended Sky by getting hit in the face with soccer balls. Yeah. I don't miss PE by high school. Like, that's the weirdest, like, I mean, I'm friends with all, like, my friends from high school. Like, you don't just suddenly fall off the face of the planet. If you actually make effort to talk to people, you're gonna stay friends with your high school friends. It's not like they're just gonna disappear and forget about you. You just have to make the effort to talk to them, because, yeah, you don't see them every day. But I feel like my life is kind of different now. I don't have a curfew anymore. Now, of course, I'm 19, I don't have a legal curfew, but my parents do not enforce me to be home unless I borrow their car. So I can be out until like 4 in the morning if I really wanted to. It's just kind of weird. Like, I'm literally hanging out with people almost every day. You know, I don't have as many rule restrictions, and it's kind of weird. Like, my parents have always been fairly lenient. It's never been an issue like that, but they've always been really lenient and nice about things with me. But it's just things got super lenient unless I'm borrowing their car. But it's just kind of weird, you know. Like, I feel old, especially when I talk about music or certain things with people. I'm like, oh, I remember this song, and this, I'm like, it's like, what, Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy, and people like don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I feel so old around my younger friends. But I don't know. I miss parts of high school, and I don't miss parts of high school. I miss, like, of course, my favorite teachers, and I miss choir and art, and I miss seeing people every day. I do miss that. I don't miss PE. Though early bird was kind of fun because we just walked around the building all the time. Though there was one PE class which was super fun. With, like, I had a bunch of friends in it, and we would walk around the halls talking, like, in the hall, talking about zombies and stuff. It was great. You know, I kind of like my hair. Like, I know I'm talking about my hair again, but I'm gonna straighten it. But I think I'm gonna keep my bangs like this. I'll just have to pin them out of the way when I drive. But I still do want to dye my hair red. I just, like, for the time being, because I'm gonna get it done at, like, the salon, since, yeah, my hair, it's gonna be, I'm gonna put more black in it, and then it's gonna be bright red, like, shabam. But I digress. High school. My hardest year definitely was probably junior year. I'm sorry, friends who are juniors now. I know some of you, and I will admittedly say it's gonna be a tough year, mainly because of the ACTs. I know there's some really stupid classes like American government, because, you know, we don't get enough of that, like, all the time. Like, they pretty much, all the social studies and history classes they make you take are like repeats of everything. But consumer ed is like the most pointless class ever. Pretty much it's stuff that your parents should be teaching you, like how to balance a checkbook, how to live off of a budget, which it can be handy, and I mean, I did learn stuff from it, but it is one of those things, like, it was just boring. It wasn't hard, just boring. American government was but it's mainly the damn excuse me, the damn ACTs. All the prep and stuff. It's difficult. It's boring and stuff, but, you know, the ACTs aren't as bad as you think. Like, they're not gonna kill you. They're not super duper hard. Just do your best. Pretty much, you know, they do push it down your throat and say, oh, all colleges are gonna obsess over them, and it's not particularly true. Blackhawk. Yes, my ACT scores could have gotten me out of taking the Compass test, but the Compass test is pretty much a placement test. You know, it's not a big deal. I did fine on the Compass test anyway. Some colleges look at them, some don't. Don't think every single college is going to be obsessed with your ACT scores. Yeah. But, I don't know. It just feels weird. I feel old. I shouldn't feel this old. I'm only 19. But I feel old. Like, my friend turned 20 recently. I don't want to turn 20. I don't. But this is getting long, so I think I will wrap this up. If there's anything else I think I have to say. I don't know. High school was fun. It was an experience, but, you know, I do miss school dances, I will admit. But I guess guess that's pretty much really all I have to say. Um, just, if you're in high school, enjoy it while you can, you know? But don't think that life ends after high school. Trust me, the real world, I'm not even in the real world yet. I live with my parents. You know, don't think that you need to grow up the second you graduate, because that's not true. Not I know some people's parents are like gonna kick you out, but it's doubtful. Trust me, you don't have, the world doesn't smack you in the face the second you graduate from high school. At least it didn't for me. Some people it does. I understand, but the majority, it's not that scary to graduate high school. Like, it's not like the world is totally different. But that ends this really random scatterbrain block. Bye.